By the end of this video, I am going to put all of my 2020 income for the rest of the year in one single place. Is it under my mattress? Is it out the window? Is it in a secret crypto fund? Well, you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out.
Are you still there? To delete this message, press 7. To save remarks, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. What are you talking about?
My name is Andrew. I'm a data scientist here in Silicon Valley. That is Meatball, the professor. He is a doctorate from Cornell, and we are here to talk to you about the numbers that you need to worry about when it comes to what to do with the stock market and the election coming up tomorrow. What you should be prepared for and what you can do will be all in this video, and all I can say is thank you for watching. If you could, please smash that like button. Please go down and hit the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed, and check out the 2 free Webull stocks, which becomes 3 free Webull stocks before November 4th. That's in 2 days. So if you can do all those 3 things, that's a deal for us. Let's get started. What I have here in my hands is a top secret document. It is just 2 pages here. On top it says Lincoln Financial Group. Now, if you've never heard of this group, it is a secret group that puts out forms for group variable annuity enrollment. What does that mean? Well, it means it's a 401k. It's a 401k, and one of the things that I have agreed to is 100% of my income for the rest of the year. Now, I've already submitted this a couple of days ago, and it's going to take effect the next paycheck, which is going to be on November 15th. That is going to be right during the aftermath of the American election, not just for the presidential election, but for all of the congressional seats that are up for grabs. And this is where the crux of the Andre Geek and the Graham-Stephan analysis goes into. Graham-Stephan goes into the nitty-gritty of the numbers of historic markets, but Andre Geek calls a specific point to mind: whether or not there is going to be a Democratic president and whether or not there's going to be a Republican or a Democratic-controlled Congress. Now, on Wednesday alone, there was a fall of 3.5% on the S&P. Now, this is the worst since June, but it's very unusual to see all 3 indexes fall at the same time, including the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. I'm not going to bore you with the details. I'm going to say exactly what you should take out of Andre Geek's analysis, which is to continue having confidence in the market. In fact, the reason why I'm investing 100% of my paycheck until the end of the year into my 401k is because I was expecting there to be a dip in the very near future. Last year, I maxed out my 401k, but this year I haven't touched it at all. So this is a perfect chance to take hold of the volatility of the market. Don't stop believing in the market, even though there is going to be volatility in the near future. The main difference in Andre Geek's analysis is that there is a stark contrast between Democratic-controlled Congresses in the past and Republican-controlled Congresses in the past for the stock market. The only difference between a Republican president and a Democratic president historically has only been off by 0.2%, 2.7% versus 2.9%. However, there is a stark contrast between Democratic-controlled Congresses and Republican-controlled Congresses. 10.7% growth for Democratic-controlled Congresses versus 13.4% growth for Republican-controlled Congresses for the S&P 500 historically. That means that there is going to be less growth when the blue wave hits, if the blue wave is going to hit. So I'm in a very unique position where I haven't put a single dollar into my 401k yet, so this is the chance. November, there's about 3 or 4 paychecks left in the fiscal year, which means that if I start contributing it now, 100% of my paycheck, then I should be able to max out the $19,500 maximum cap to be filled. Now, the grumpy face over at Professor Meatball means that now I have to work off of non-income passive income. And if you're curious about exactly what my other 8 streams of passive income are, then please check out that video that I made about that very topic. One of those income streams is affiliate links, and I just became an affiliate for Webull.
So I want to push it out hard because you have 2 more days in order to get an additional free stock up to $1,600 by funding your investment account with $100. If you already have a Robinhood account or a SoFi account or some other investing app, this is your chance to get even more free stocks. You probably remember the deal with Robinhood, you probably remember the deal with SoFi. You can also find those 2 links down here, but I'm going to push really hard for you to get a Webull account.
The whole thing is only going to take about 2 minutes, so it's totally worth your time, and especially since now is the time to start investing. Of course, the disclaimer is that this is for entertainment purposes. I want to show you exactly what I've been doing with my money, what I think is going to happen in the market, and how I'm hoping to time it. And by November 15th, there is going to be a major fallout from the election, so I'm hoping that that is going to be the perfect time to catch a falling knife at the very bottom. Of course, I'm still learning from finance professionals such as Andre Zick and Graham Stephan, so I want to cover my thoughts about Graham Stephan's video as well. I recorded that a little later, so I'm going to be wearing a different shirt, but I'll catch you guys there.
The most respected economist in the entire world, Robert Shiller.
Now, the leading agent in Nostradamus foretelling in Graham Stephan's video is Robert Shiller. This economist randomly samples people who have large stakes in the market and asks them whether or not they think that the stock market has a higher or lower than 10% chance of crashing. Basically, with a finger in the air, he asks people who have a lot to lose in the market whether or not they think that the market stands to lose in the near future. Most recently, out of that random sample, 70% say that they think there's a higher than 10% chance of the stock market crashing. Now, as a statistician, that doesn't show causal effect. In fact, this is just a survey of what people think. But these are people who have stakes in the market. And there are not many things in life as finicky as the stock market. Essentially, there could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. If enough of these people with big stakes in the market feel like there is going to be a crash, there may very well be one after one chases after the other. Of course, Graham has already covered that there have been dire foretellings in the past. In fact, he talks about gurus with Pythagorean logarithms.
Obscure Pythagorean logarithm that you discovered while hiking the Swiss Alps on sleep deprivation
In the past who have been proven wrong, but once in a blue moon when they are proven right, then they get a Nobel Prize. So in this case, is this a wrongo or righto prediction? So last year I maxed out my 401k, but this year I haven't put a single dollar into it. And that mainly is accredited to the pandemic. So something that has been unseen in the past, and I'm not really sure when the knife is safe to catch. When the market starts declining or starts rising again steadily, it's very, very tricky to understand exactly when it is the right time to invest. So Graham Stephan actually includes a good amount of information in his video about what to do next. The first thing he said is to smash the ever heck out of that like button.
If you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, I will show you a really cute picture of a turtle.
So that's something that you should consider doing first. But the second thing is to make sure that you have your finances in check. That's the reason why I want to take advantage of the fact that since the market is in a possibly predicted downward trend in the next few weeks, this is a great time to start investing in a 401k or another investment. Now, why do I choose Roth over non-Roth? That's the bigger question. Roth allows me to pay my taxes now and then have no taxes to pay later. A Roth IRA is a bet against your own earning potential in the future when you retire. A Roth IRA is a good idea if you think that future you, the one that's retired, is going to have more total income from all different streams than current you, the one that is paying taxes right now. Let's say that you made $50,000 in income and you pay 20% of that in taxes. Well, if you made triple that, you wouldn't still be paying 20%, you'll be paying a far greater amount. $150,000 in income is probably gonna be taxed closer to 30 to 40%. Well, it goes the same way. If you put some of your money now into a Roth 401k or a Roth IRA, that is after-tax money that won't be taxed again. In the simplest way possible, when you have earned $50,000 and you try to earn one extra dollar, that extra dollar is going to be taxed at the $50,000 bracket. But if you earn $500,000 and then you try to earn an additional dollar, that dollar is going to be taxed at the $500,000 bracket. And the difference could really be 30 to 50%. If you think that you are only in the beginning of your trajectory in terms of personal growth, then you should consider that you are probably going to be making more money down the line from royalties, from passive income, from all of these different streams. And if you're interested in finding out how to increase your passive income in the year 2020 or beyond, go ahead and check out that video like I mentioned before. I hope you enjoyed that video a ton. As always, please smash that like button. Make sure that you are taking the time and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already, plus the little bell. Again, this video has been sponsored by Data Leap, which means all of those affiliate links is exactly how I'm able to keep myself fed and Meatball full of dog treats while all of my income is going somewhere, hold away, that I cannot touch until I'm 60-ish, 65. Anyway, until next time, peace. Wait, hold on. This is Andrew wearing a black shirt right now, and you've made it to the end of the video, and I thank you for that. The first person in the comments that comments down below today's special code gets a free coaching session from me. No strings attached. That's to reward the fact that you came all the way to the end of the video. Keep checking in for future videos for secret codes. Today's nostalgic code is Dippin' Dots. I love Dippin' Dots back in the Six Flags and Great America phases of my life. It is a thing that you can only get in America in special supermarkets, but also specifically at roller coaster theme parks. So the first person that goes into the comments and does that will get that free coaching session. Now, see you guys soon. Peace.
Are you still there? To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. What are you talking about?
By Graham Stephan. This is... Aww.